All right, so I got the backpack back, and let's keep moving. We're near the ocean, or near the lake, I should say, not the ocean. So we'll be safe when we reach the water. We'll be okay. Oh God! No, 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 no! Oh, Jesus Christ! It's so hard to get. Yes. Just gonna drop one of these down again. So where were we? I was talking about the technically the fourth build,
Yes.
and
We were mentioning the yes, the actual third build you didn't participate much
barely,
in. I
barely,
was
yeah.
I built a giant cobblestone castle that had physics problems on the second level, so I gave up on it and then ended up giving up on that build because of that. So
On the same build that I was talking about on number three.
yes.
Okay, yeah. So number four, then I got serious about it again, and that's what I was gonna mention earlier. You know what I miss honestly about this game? It was build number two, the cave systems. I really liked the caves that they had on number two. You go some of the caves were elaborate, some of them were not so elaborate, but you were never quite sure. Like some of the caves had feral zombies in them, others were uninhabited, and you had this kind of uncertainty that when you're going to a cave, you genuinely felt a little bit kind of like, whatever. I don't know. I don't see a lot of caves since that build. I feel like they got rid of a lot of the caves.
Yes, they did. I believe they're bringing them back at some point, but they took them out of random gen for some reason. But the plan is to put them back in and I guess make them better somehow.
And onto making things better, you actually, for your build for number four, you had etched onto the roof of your build that you had actually modified build on the seaside town to make Navis Gain great again. And you did accomplish that actually. That whole port town you really improved. So why don't you say a little bit about that?
Yeah, the from like as I mentioned earlier, from the tower, there was a platform in the middle of the lake, surrounded by a wall of corn, and off of that is the agricultural section of this lakeside town. There was crops, there was corn, there was a chicken paddock system, which is where you rotate chickens in little paddocks so they get fresh grass and whatnot every once in a while.
So
And
basically
it
like
had
grazing cattle but for chicken.
right, and there was a hog pen as well.
Whoa, motherfucker! Whoa! Guys, he's freaking bugging out! What the fuck? Holy
It
crap.
is nighttime, by the way.
Yeah, apparently. Oh my god, reload the fucking weapon. Yes. Yes. Continue your story, I'm captivated.
I can tell. Um, oh, so on the other side of the agricultural floating platform was an existing like boat marina, and I converted that marina into the beginning of my lakeside town. The lakeside town had houses. It had a general store. I think there's a zombie attacking me.
Yes, I don't know how that. No, it was under the water. Okay.
It's like the dead. It's one now.
Wow.
Um, so there was a sawmill, functioning sawmill, believe it or not. A concrete cement facility,
Right?
which led to a mining underground mine where they got the stone, and then that mine went under the lake to the basement of the aforementioned tower.
Right, I remember
Uh,
that.
there was a garage, as in a mechanic's garage, a little gas pump area. Oh, and before you actually got to the marina, there was a facility for creating fuel out of corn.
Right.
Hence why all the corn there.
You're an ethanol
What else?
facility.
That's right.
But how on earth did you exist without all those government subsidies?
Well, that's a good question. And then there was the monk tower. What was it? It was like a church almost. And then the church had an underground library.
I remember the church was one of my favorite parts of the entire tour. I really liked the church. It stands out to me.
The roof of the church had like a monk training facility. And then what else? There was the library. There was a bell tower on the church, and then there was a Vision Quest cave system where
Vision
you
Quest.
just have.
Wait, what? What is that?
I don't, it's like a Vision Quest. You go off blindly into the night.
Oh yes, no, I do. I remember the cave system now you mentioned it, but I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, like you find it's like on Oblivion or Skyrim or something. You just go through this cave and then fight a bunch of monsters or something, and then at the end you have a chest full of some pretty cool loot.
Wow.
The cool part of that loot is up for debate, but
It's getting dark out.
you can swim faster. You know.
How? I'm trying.
Hold in your jump button, and then you swim faster.
I am.
Really? Are you
Yes.
holding in sprint while you're doing it?
Yes.
Huh. Oh, you know what? Maybe
Your swimming is better than mine.
it must be.
Fuck you. That's not fair. This is aquaponic oppression.
Oh, we got a ways to go.
I know. I thought it was much closer. Maybe we should have used the bikes. I don't know. How would we get them across the water though?
Well, you just go around it.
Well, yeah, around it. We got this quite a bit of a round. Oh well. So, and that was the last build before this one, was it not?
Yes.
No, I thought so. So I was going to build the Star Fort, and I really would have liked to, but I just, like I had said in the previous video, I got inundated with real life obligations, and this went by the wayside, as a lot of my gaming did, honestly. But now I'm gaming a little bit more, not nearly as much as I'm working, but that's the way it should be. And I am actually looking forward to seeing what they do with the next release. I'm hoping that they do fix some of the problems, make it more interesting, and watching somebody just hover above the water, not even swimming, with a rocket launcher over their shoulder, just walking through the water at knee depth, it's pretty impressive. You were incredibly buoyant.
Yeah, well, I was going to mention earlier you mentioned the lack of mid to late game content. And I think that's one of the things they're addressing in the next two updates, Alpha 16 and 17. They're adding boss monsters boss fights.
Remember, I said that about almost a year ago. I said they need boss zombies. They need them.
Yes, and they're gonna have, it's almost like Left 4 Dead type boss zombies, but there's a behemoth zombie that can smash forts in one hit. There's one that can raise dead zombies back up. There's one that can turn zombies feral.
Nice.
There's lots of different ones they have. I'm not sure which ones are coming in the next update, but they are doing late game content, plus just the overall difficulty. They're adding snakes to the game.
Ooh.
that are difficult to see. They'll jump up and bite you.
You mean like poison
There-
snakes?
Yes.
Well, it is
There's some
Arizona, right?
Yeah, that's true. Um, they are adding. Let's see. There's some kind of bird, but I don't know. I don't know if it's like a vulture. I'm not exactly sure what it does. I'm not clear on that.
The dreaded
adding-
barn swallow.
That's right. The black-capped chickadee. What else?
Guinea hens.
They're now. This is cool because they're going to add on to these mechanics, but they're adding a wolf and a dire wolf. The dire wolf is obviously a lot larger than the regular wolf, but I believe what they're going to do in future updates is allow you to have wolves as like a companion.
Oh, nice.
I'm not sure if that would apply to like dire wolves, but the dire wolves are almost as big as the bears. They're pretty big.
Hey, I have a question for you.
Yes.
How do you eat meat stew while swimming?
Is that what you call what you're doing? You're just like walking.
I
waiting.
know. I swear. It's like, this is what it would be like to live on Earth if the oceans were made out of mercury.
That's right. It's a really it's really bizarre because your dress and your boots. It's pretty funny.
Here, have some coins. Have some coins.
It looks like you're on some kind of game show where you have to walk through the water without spilling your soup or something.
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't want to get mercury in my beef stew. That would be horrible.
At least they had enough sense to not have. Oh no, where'd my flaming arrows go? I was gonna say not have flaming arrows in the water, but I don't know what happened to them.
No, they're lit.
Are
They're
they?
lit. Yeah, they're lit. Wait,
'Cause I can't-
Let me get closer to make
No.
sure. Wait. Oh no, it was your miner's helmet.
No, okay, they won't let you have flaming arrows. In the
Oh,
water.
sorry. Sorry.
Sorry.
I got an
didn't hit
itchy
me.
trigger finger. I'm sorry, man. That's a recurring problem with me on this game. Just like clickety clickety click. That's
Well,
not-
with the
that's-
chamber rattling around, I'm surprised it doesn't fire off randomly more.
Horrible.
I wish they'd add more guns to the game, but I haven't heard them talking about it, so we might just have to.
I want a 50 caliber machine gun. That's all I ask for.
It looks like the one that they're adding, the turret, is almost like a 50 caliber.
That'd be fantastic. Can you use it manually too?
That's a good question.
Jesus, find me one.
In the videos that one developer was doing, he didn't indicate that, but you could. Or you might be able to. But you set it up, it has like a cone of vision, and you can point that cone of vision where you want, and then if something comes into that cone of vision, it starts firing. You can set it to zombies.
Wait, hold on a second. So yeah, we were not where I thought we were. It's been so much. God, the distance we've traveled. Holy fucking shit. Okay, so we need to go north till we hit the desert, and then we need to journey across the desert. It should be quite a journey across the. Yes, that's a great idea. Let me do that. Let me just do that right now. And I'm gonna gather plant fibers because I don't want to fucking repeat that. But yeah. So anyway, I'm sorry.
Well, no, that's they're adding a spinning blade trap. Now, all of these things, like the gun, the turret, blade trap, need to be hooked up to electricity, and you can have a running generator, or you can have like a solar panel system or a
Ooh,
battery
give me
backup.
renewables. I want my renewable spinning blade trap. Yeah, you slice and dice to the end of eternity, till the sun fucking fizzles out.
Well, you have to be very green and eco-friendly when you're murdering people.
I agree 100%.
So the spinning blade trap looks pretty cool because in the video, all the zombies just like crumpled up and got thrown out of the way. They didn't even get like sliced up. So
They just get like compacted.
yeah,
Well, yeah, dismemberment is a lot more difficult to code. So
you're right. Although if you're a fan of this game and you like a neat and orderly base, you may not like you may not like electricity so much because you're basically gonna have wires everywhere.
do
I
they
don't
have to be
think
above
they-
ground?
No, I don't think so. But oh well, actually, yeah. Like they have to. They're just like setting out onto the ground.
Just laying over the ground.
Yeah, there's no. I don't.
That's
think there's
not to
any way-
code. Come on now. What's the local government gonna say when they show up and ask about your fucking wiring situation?
Well, it's based on how they designed the generator. It looks like a fire hazard, too. Looks like it'll explode at any minute.
Not to mention the local government is probably zombified. So, I mean, in the real world, not in this game, but is that too?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
Hang on a second. I have to build a bedroll. I'm gonna die. Bedroll. Yes, crap bedroll. Anyway, continue.
Oh no, they have what's called sleeper zombies. They're gonna have what's called sleeper zombies. So you go into a POI, there's gonna be zombies laying around, and some of them are going to be actually dead, and some of them, if you walk within their radius, they will wake up, come after you.
Nice.
So at night, if you're finding refuge, you could actually have running zombies in the building with you.
Oh, beautiful, wonderful.
Yeah.
And this is supposed to be just weeks away, right?
A few weeks, I guess.
Months,
It's hard
years,
to tell though.
Whatever.
It's been, I think it's been 8 months so far.
Yeah,
since
it has
last
been a
time.
while. It's been a long while. And this game has a lot of potential, and I'm glad they are exercising it. But I'd like to see them. If I was in charge of a development company like this, I would want to make sure there was a major release at least every 6 months.
Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of team they're working with,
Yeah.
but it does seem to take a long time.
Well,
I think
and
that,
honestly, and to be perfectly fair, you never know. Like a lot of these indie companies, a lot of the people who work on these have day jobs. They have families, whatever.
Yes.
So yeah, I can't criticize them for that. They are still working on it. I'll give them that.
well, that's the important thing. I mean, go to Steam Greenlight. I don't even know if that still exists, but there's all these alpha games there, and you pay $10 for it, and they promise to work on it until it's done, and then
Yeah.
you never hear from them again. So,
Yep.
and the last probably year or so, the one developer has a YouTube channel, and he frequently puts up videos, maybe once a week, of
Nice.
showing what's in the build, the next build. So and then he does a Q&A video too. So
Oh my god. So
one
that's
thing
some-
actually I'm pretty excited about in the next build is the paint tool. So you
Wait,
pick
you
up
can
your
spray
paint.
paint.
That's Alpha 17. They're gonna let you spray paint it. It'll be like Jet Grind Radio, where you just go around and spray painting things, and you're on the run from the cop zombies. Although they need to add rollerblades for that to work, which I'm not opposed to. Where you can paint a block to make it look like anything. So
Oh,
you
that's
know,
right. Yeah, you were talking about
Yeah,
that.
let's
Very
say you
interesting.
want a fort, you upgrade it to steel, let's say, but you don't like the look of steel. You can make it look like wood if you wanted to. So
Well, that can be very deceptive to your opponents as well.
that's very true. There's a strategery to that.
And I gotta say, what they need to do with this game as well, and this is something that we picked up on, obviously, is this is a great teamwork game, but for PvP, it needs more. And I think the traps are a good way to go. The deception blocks are a good way to go, but you need even more items, incentives, tactics that allow you to either attack or defend in a passive sense. In other words, when you're not actually online. So maybe, it'd be really nice to have actually some kind of, obviously, base defenses that are excellent not only against zombies but other players. And as well, perhaps even some kind of a minion system where you could make, I don't know, I don't want to get too crazy out there considering the world, but like drones, or maybe you hire mercenaries like Trader Joe's, but you could hire a mercenary and say
Trader Joe's.
Yeah, like Trader. I'm sorry, what did I call him?
Trader Joe. We gotta go get some like raw almonds.
Trader. No, yeah. So you go and but actually hire a mercenary and be like,
Yes.
attack this player, and you would never know. You'll just like you'll never know if you're being attacked. You'll never know that a mercenary is after you, right? But you just start getting hit, and maybe you're getting hit, and you're like, where the fuck am I getting hit from? It's not a zombie, nothing's around me, you hear gunshots, there's some guy with a sniper rifle on a roof, 500 yards away, trying to take you out. I think that would add a lot to the game, because right now, there's not a lot of PvP.
No, definitely not. And they actually are adding. They have NPCs now, which are the traders, but they are actually adding mercenaries that will, roam around. And they're actually, if you play the game single player, you can spawn them in. They don't work properly, but
you can't. But what I didn't know that actually. But what I'm saying though, you cannot. I'm guessing hire them to do jobs for you.
Well, that's maybe coming, but I think initially they're just gonna have them as bad guy NPCs that are like zombies, except they're supposed to be living people.
Gotcha.
And they have armor and weapons. But yes, that would be nice if you could.
Now I noticed.
Watch out the landmines, by the way.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. It has been a while since I played this game. So we're probably 10 or 15 away from actually reaching the destination. I know it's about your bedtime. Do you want to sign off, or do you want to try to get to the destination?
What's that?
I said I know it's about your bedtime, and I think we're about maybe 10 or 15 minutes. I'm not making fun of you. I know you go to bed around this time.
I get really cranky if I don't
I know.
I
don't want to see you having a bad time tomorrow in the morning.
And my binky, it's right here, waiting for me.
I said, do you want to keep continuing on to the destination before you sign off, or do you want to end now?
No, we'll get there. We'll go full circle and get to where we were originally going to start.
All right. And then if you want to go again tomorrow and or Tuesday, then we can get some actual gameplay and fighting footage, and not just talking about the past like a bunch of old drunkards.
Well, you got the drunkard part right, but
yes, only on my part though.
Although I feel old, so does that count?
I feel young, but I've also had 7 beers, so I don't know.
Wow, 7.
7. Over the course of like 5 hours.
I had some of your homebrew and a cider, and 1 cider.
Well, my homebrew will probably be enough that counts as a few.
It's pretty good.
Amazed you have any left.
I actually got, I think, 1 or 2 bottles left.
Wow. Well, let me know when you're done. I'll send you another 10 gallons.
Nice.
Oh my god, it's so steep. Oh god. Oh God.
I don't know why you're going so slow, but you're going really slow. I don't know if it's just in athletics, like my skill in athletics is higher.
It pains me because I wish that I could run in the game as fast as I do in real life. Like, I can do it.
Well, to be fair, there's no reason why this trail should be going up like 90-degree
No,
angle
this is
up this hill.
ridiculous. Yeah, seriously. It's some walking trail. It's just straight up. I would love to go on a hike where I see that shit. It's just straight up the mountain, right up to the peak. I would be like, yeah, that's a challenge. I'll do it.
and there's like trash and tires and strewn up there, as if like people actually tried to get up there.
Trevor, it's Trevor.
Oh.
Oh no! Fucking broken leg. Oh God.
You want to splint?
Fuck off. I'll just shoot it off. Much better. Oh my God. And you get, it's an interesting thing about this game. You encounter these large areas of land where there's like no enemies at all. We haven't encountered a zombie in a while now.
Yeah, I just shot one, but outside of that,
I heard it.
not much, and not much point of interest too. And now, granted, we're not on a main road, but I think that's one thing they're trying to fix as well. Is sometimes, depending on your random gen map, you can go for miles without anything. And granted, that is true to real life, but in a game, especially when your map is limited to some extent, you want you want a little bit more than just trash bags to be able to loot. So hopefully they work on that.
No, you say that, honestly, I would say that I'm not opposed to there being nothing for miles if it's just desert. But like you say, tires and trash bags, etc., that doesn't make any sense. So to balance that, I would suggest making the wasteland areas, like the technical wasteland, areas that are wasteland or desert, places that would not have inhabitants, have them have far fewer zombies other than hordes, right? Because hordes are an exception. But other than hordes, I'd say have them have very few zombies, but have them missing some very key resources. Like if you're out in the wasteland, you need to go get water. You need to go and get food. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, no, that's a good point to make it dynamic. Where in the wasteland, there wouldn't have been a lot of people to begin with, presumably. So there shouldn't be a lot of
unless
zombies.
it's unless the apocalypse hits during the Burning Man festival, in which case.
Well, of course.
You imagine that you just come along, you're walking through, all of a sudden it's just like a giant pile of tents and zombies.
Yeah, exactly. And well, I mean, there could be a lot of people at the wastelands. I mean, if you've seen some of these environmentalist protest sites, after they leave, they do kind of look like wastelands with trash and just discarded signs everywhere, left for somebody else to clean up. But no, and actually, if you've ever read the Zombie Survival Guide by Max Brooks, he does make it a point that one of the safest places to go in a zombie apocalypse are places like cemeteries or sort of wasteland type zones, because there's not going to be any zombies there.
Yeah.
There's not going to be any resources either, but
unless, now that depends on your lore, because if you're using the viral lore, then I agree. But if you're talking about the black magic, bring out your dead, bringing up the dead, then the graveyard could actually be not a place for zombies, but of raised kind of, what do they call them? Like walking skeletons.
if they can get out of
True.
their coffins. The modern coffins are made out of like chromium and
Balsa wood?
Yeah, no balsa wood. No, they're like the $5,000 coffins. They're like, well, once I die, I want to make sure that my corpse is preserved, so I'm going to spend my children's inheritance on this coffin. You know, other than those.
Or, well, yeah. Actually, you wouldn't even have to go to the any kind of voodoo or magic, because in Return of the Living Dead, the trioxin 245, which was the chemical
trioxin.
that the military was working on, which we learned in, God, was it Return of the Living Dead 3? We learned that it was designed to like paralyze enemy soldiers, but it turned everybody into zombies. In the first film, you saw them like clawing out of the ground, which those are like super strong zombies if they're clawing through 6 feet of clay potentially.
Yeah,
but,
really.
But yes, that is very true, depending on the lore. But one wonders, though, if you go by the most of the lore, like George Romero or The Walking Dead, where you incapacitate the brain basically to destroy the zombie, would you even be able to raise the dead in cemeteries? Presumably, because either. Well, the brain has been removed already, right?
Right, it's deteriorated. There's nothing left but
Right.
the shell, the skeleton, and whatnot.
Which is a little bizarre, considering if you look at the remake, the 1990, the official remake of Night of the Living Dead, the beginning of it, there was a zombie that was about to be buried. It had the scars on it from autopsy. So if it was about to be buried, presumably the brain wouldn't be there, but yet it was animated. And this is in the George Romero universe, where you need a brain to be animated. So yeah, it depends on. I only recognize the George Romero lore as the true zombie lore, but that's my bias. But I'm partial to the first Return of the Living Dead as well.
Ooh, what happened here? Looks like somebody was digging.
Oh, where are we? Oh, you know what?
We're
My
very close to the base.
no, yeah, this is where my oil. I abandoned this a long time ago. It's my oil reserves are under here.
Oil
dug out
reserves?
Yeah.
What are you, Venezuela?
No, I'm an Arab country. And yeah, so there's an underground cave here where I dug shale.
Nice.
Shale? Is that
Going
what
for
it is?
those
oil
oil
shale?
sands.
Yes. And
So-
I think another player on our server made that his home, and I don't think he ever left there. So we can go and mess up his stuff if you want.
Of course.
We
We're
gotta turn around then.
We're very. Oh really? Is it actually right there?
It's like, yeah, like a.
Oh, let's fucking do it.
It's on the side of this hill here somewhere.
Let's do it.
It's conveniently labeled on my map with a cave icon, and it says oil. Oh, it's right up here. There it is. I think in this update, they have that oil shale there. Oh, no, where is it? Yep, right here, okay.
Wow.
And it's a good way to make gas. It's actually much easier than. Oop, what the hell?
What?
Where is it? Oh, okay, maybe it's down here. Oh no.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's right here. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
That's my thoughts exactly. See, it's hard to tell because I think zombies when they just randomly dig. So some of these could be trap.
Whoa! Oh, what the fuck? You just dropped 249 splints?
Yeah, I brought my splint collection with me and I accidentally dropped them.
Apparently so. Don't mind if I use them.
No.
I will use them all. I will be Splint Man.
Splint Man. That's a good Mega Man boss.
Worst Mega Man boss ever. Where's the entrance?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me...
This is difficult. Just drop a Moab.
Okay. We're good. We gotta go down further. Somewhere. Drop a Moab. Oop. Is this it? Yes, this is it.
Jesus. I'll use another splint. I really would be Splint Man.
Okay, this is... we found it.
You found it. Oh, there you are. Okay. Ah.
I should have brought my auger.
Oh, shit. Oh, it's defended. No, forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Fuck that. I'm not spending all this time freaking
Yeah, bummer.
tearing open. Wait, one's
Would I?
already open. What?
Oh,
What?
apparently
The
I can
fuck
open
is
the
that
door.
about? You think
Oh,
you just
he-
open the door?
he must have given me permission to
Oh,
open
yeah,
that.
he must have. He must have. Holy crap. Oh my freaking god. Okay. Alright, so I say right here, we're actually going to stop it. When we come back after you've rested up, we'll hit this base up, and then we will go to the other bases that are just right down over next to the water down there in the inlet in the lake, and we will go over the construction, and then we will have a final blowout for the zombies. We'll max them up and just have some fun with it. What do you say?
Sounds good.